Welcome to Gunthots. As you know, there's only one company that makes all ARs.
Palmetto State Armory. You're just paying for a roll mark anyway.
Arctic warfare! This is my Clone Correct M16A2 Vietnam era rifle. $270 on sale at PSA, plus $40 for an Anderson lower. Throw it together at home after 7-8 beers, good to go. Comes with Clone Correct Brownells mags, as well as Vietnam era hex mags, which is what you're going to want to run in these guns.
So we decided to test PSAs for their intended purpose.
You pores wanted a PSA video?
So here it is. One thing I really like about PSA is their price point. Palmetto State Armory manages to put out a ton of ARs for a really cheap price. So if you want to work on your bill drills and you want to work on close quarter shooting, stuff like that, it might be worth it for you to get just a PSA upper and then 4,000 rounds of steel case and then just go to town. And then throw the upper away when you're done.
Put it in the trash can in your kitchen. Just close the lid and forget about it.
Yep. Out of all the $500, $400, $300 ARs on the market, I think Palmetto State Armory makes the best poverty rifle setup.
Yeah, if you're gonna get just a cheap ass beater AR, I don't understand why you would buy anything other than a PSA.
So I actually bought this Palmetto State Armory rifle a year ago. I use it exclusively to lend to people, to lend to friends. I teach people to shoot on this rifle. It's super well gassed. It's super light shooting. I've probably put about 2,000 rounds of steel case through this rifle. I don't clean it. I drop it a lot, all entirely on accident. I don't abuse it. Ever. Never. I've never thrown this because I got mad. As soon as we started abusing it, as soon as we ran it without lube, as soon as we dropped it in the snow, as soon as we ran it on wet mags covered in dirt or mud or whatever, it stopped working. And it didn't start working again either. I had to take it home, I had to clean it, I had to lube everything, I had to put it back together.
So this is the 16-inch mid-length PSA Disappointer, is I believe what it's called. It's the Disappointer. So this is not actually the gas block. There's a mid-length gas block under here, and it's all a lie. It looks different because it has a custom Cerakote battle-worn finish on it, and a CAC RAS for good comfort. This gun runs okay. We were having a ton of malfunctions with it, and then we realized that PSA did us a favor and they put an adjustable gas block on it. So we took the set screws out of the bottom of the gas block and we rotated it to adjust the gas so that it was aligned with the gas port and the gas was actually on, and then it runs good now. So let's talk about accuracy. This guy right here consistently shoots around 4 MOA, and it doesn't seem to matter what ammo it is. It just chugs along and is just consistently mediocre, so that's cool.
As far as this rifle goes, it actually has pretty decent accuracy. I've only shot it with iron sights, and I've been able to get between 1.5 and 4 MOA, depending on the ammo, which is pretty decent for a $250 upper. One of my personal policies with buying Palmetto State Armory is I expect something to be off a little bit with the gun, especially because you're getting an upper for $250, $300. As far as my gun goes, I have actually quite a few issues with this gun. The front sight thingy needs to be adjusted all the way up in order to actually zero the gun. So these little wings don't actually protect the front sight anymore. It sits way above that. This rifle will not close the bolt from the bolt catch on a full mag. In addition to that, the Anderson lower is out of spec to the point where the hammer is much more worn on one side than the other side.
Truly shocking.
Truly shocking.
Truly shocking.
Shocking. It continues to run unless it doesn't fucking run. It runs sometimes. I do want to say that if you guys expected us to say that PSA was good or drag it behind our truck and make it look like it's super tough or durable, we tried to do that, but then the rifle's malfunctioned, so you got what you got.
Okay, so the bads with this rifle. It didn't fucking work with steel case until we rotated the gas block so that it was actually aligned with the gas port. The good thing is PSA did not dimple the barrel, so that meant that their shitty QC was also not destructive and we were able to fix it. The other bad is that the A2 birdcage on the end of this, it sheared off. We don't know what happened.
No. Dude, no.
We didn't abuse the gun at all. We shot and then it broke off. And we don't know why. But now it's like a custom thread protector and it actually didn't get any more inaccurate. After it broke off randomly. So, yeah. PSA, good to go. So we know that you didn't want to just take our word for it. So we've brought in a highly regarded PSA expert to talk to you a little bit about PSAs. Show them.
Hey, buddy. Hey, you're a regarded PSA expert, so we called you up
highly regarded,
to ask you what you think about PSA. Is it good? Is PSA good?
I'm actually here to affirmatively tell you that without a doubt, 100% certainty, PSA is better than any company that's ever existed. So a secret history of PSA is actually that Eugene Stoner started PSA because he just hated everyone and he wanted to create a meme brand that was excellent in everything that they do. And that's how this company came to be.
Wow, that's actually really fascinating. Would you say that PSA is one of the most highly regarded brands?
It's highly regarded.
Wow, that's really amazing. How many rounds have you put through a PSA without any issues?
It's at least 1 million rounds, 0 issues.
That's really impressive. Honestly, like after speaking about this, I personally feel like I regard PSA to be the best.
They are very highly regarded, and I don't think that you'll find a better fighting rifle from any company, especially if your funds are very limited because you are below the poverty line.
Wow, that is truly regarded.
Truly.
All right, thanks. Bye, Regard.
So, talking about PSA as a company, we think that they do some cool things by making really affordable guns that you can beat on. That price point comes with a caveat, and that is that expect your credit card to get stolen when you order from them. That's just a fact of life. That's how they get their prices so low.
As far as PSA's customer service goes, I've never called them because I expected what I got. And I got what I expected, so I have no reason to call Palmetto State Armory customer service. If you're trying to buy a rifle for self-defense, then I would probably recommend against Palmetto State Armory. If you can't afford anything other than PSA, you should really, really test the rifle.
Don't expect it to be just as good, because it's fucking not. But it's really cheap, and it does usually work. The positives of PSA. It's really cheap.
All right, we're gonna do the PSA challenge, guys.
PSA challenge, baby.
PSA challenge. Hold on. You gotta dry fire your rifle, and you gotta drop it on the buttstock. 3, 2, 1. Oh, my 45 brass.
Shut up.
And then...
Hey, what are you doing, bro?
No, dude. Don't come over here, bro.
What are you doing?
No, dude. Stop.
Again, 100% clone correct M16A2. Somebody's gonna get set off.
Shit. PSA is good to go.